The next round is called What Sec Happen Next. As the title suggests, I'm going to give the teams the plot of an opera, and all they have to do is tell me what happens next. So the round is Opera Meets A Question of Sport, a combination not seen since Bill Beaumont's breathtaking Tosca at the Met in 1980. In this round, team, you're playing for knots. So, Steve and Katie, the first opera is set in ancient Egypt. 3 ladies in waiting to the Queen of the Night save a fainting Egyptian prince Tamino from a snake. When they leave to tell the Queen, a feathered birdcatcher, Papageno, arrives and claims that it was he who killed the creature. He could have switched his mobile phone off before he sang. So, what happens next?
That is the Magic Flute.
This is the Magic Flute by
Mozart.
Uh-huh.
Or Die Zauberflöte. I'm going to say that. I'm going to crack open the radio.
We've had French, we've had German.
Yeah. I was taken to a production of the Magic Flute when I was quite young, and the only 2 things I can remember about it is the creepy Masons and...
I hate that family. They lived by us for a while.
Well, we were sharing a box with them. No. The creepy Masons, the Queen of the Night getting a top F sharp.
Oh, yeah, that's fabulous.
Yeah. So if it's one of those things...
No. I can give you 3 options. A, the 3 women reappear and padlock Papageno's mouth shut for telling lies. B, Papageno discovers that the snake is a Freemason and it comes back to life. Or C, Papageno gets stung in the face by wasps. Rainer?
It's the first one. He gets padlocked.
Yeah, the answer is that the 3 women reappear and padlock Papageno's mouth shut. Typical, though, is that you wait all your life for a woman to padlock the lips of a feathered birdcatcher and then 3 come along at once. OK, back to Rainer and Tim, and this opera is set in Zanzibar, a town near Monte Carlo. A pretty young woman called Therese bursts out of her house and announces that she's sick of being her husband's slave. She wants to become a soldier, a lawyer, a cabinet minister, a doctor, a mathematician, just to name a few. But above all, she wants to make war, not babies. So she decides she wants to be a man called Tiresias. So, what happens next?
So, does her husband, after she's said all that, does he appear behind her and sort of put his finger to his head as if he thinks she's gone mad? but she can't see that he's doing that. And then he takes her inside the house and sort of apologises to everyone. And then she comes out after a couple of hours and just sort of apologises and says, no, I'll just carry on as I am. In song.
Does she announce that she wants to become a man called Tiresias, and then there's a short pause and the timpanist goes, doom, 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 doom. Because I can't think it can be anything else, really.
Do you know what the opera is, anybody?
I don't have a guess on the basis of a poster I once saw at East Croydon Station. I only think of one opera that involves Tiresias, and it's an opera called Les Mamelles de Tiresias. I don't know who it's by.
I'll bet Rainer does.
I'm afraid to say I do. It's by Poulenc, and there aren't that many. There are only 3 to choose from by Poulenc. One is a very short one. One is a really, really depressing one.
A depressing opera?
Yeah, hard to find. Dialogues of the Carmelites is the long one, which ends with 15 nuns being executed. Yeah. Funny enough, they don't alternate that with the Nutcracker at the over Christmas. And then this one, which is the wacky one of the set.
I'm going to offer you the 3 options then. A, she dresses up as the Pope. B, her breasts turn into balloons and float away. Or C, she gets stung in the face by wasps.
It is actually B, isn't it?
It is B. Breasts do turn into balloons and float away.
Well, I think that should be a lesson to any woman that gets ambitions above her station.
Yeah.
You start talking about being a doctor or a politician or a lawyer, then, you know, kiss goodbye to your breasts.
She didn't have to let her breasts float away. She could have rubbed them on her jumper and stuck them to the ceiling. This last one is for anyone, and is set in a convent. When some of the nuns confess they still long for worldly pleasures, Sister Angelica denies she has any such desires. However, the others suspect she desperately longs to be reunited with her noble family.
And then it goes do, a deer,
Yeah.
a beam.
I was going to say, is that what happens
Golden
next?
Star.
Sister Angelica becomes a governess for a captain with 7 children. Is it by Puccini?
It is by Puccini. Do you know the name of it?
I think it involves her name, but I can't remember.
does.
It's Sao. I've only seen it written down.
No, you're quite right. It's Swore Angelica.
Swore
I think they
Angelica,
say.
yes.
I'll give you the 3 options. A, Sister Angelica's breasts turn into balloons and float off. B, a letter arrives from Sister Angelica's noble family. Or C, a nun gets stung in the face by wasps.
B sounds very dull, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A letter arrives.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great dramatic coup.
I'm going to put wasps into the frame. What do you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, just on the grounds that a letter arriving is too dull.
I've never seen Swore Angelica, but I would like to know how they would stage the wasps attacking this. Do they have local school children in black and yellow
It's funny you
jerseys?
should say that, because on 2 occasions when I was a school child, I was in operas. And on one I played a Nibelungen in Das Rheingold, and on another one I played a person of the town in Turandot. And I fell down the prompt box, and the prompt person had to push me out. And he put his hand right on my bum and shoved me back on.
Oh dear, it's lucky you weren't a wasp. The answer is the action is interrupted by a nun from the infirmary dashing onto stage asking for help to cure wasp stings. That's how they do the wasp things. It happens off stage. In the wings, if you will.